Hi everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well today and that you had a wonderful Wednesday. Today is jam packed again as per usual. Um, I've got so much going on. Let me get to your comments. Check in, swipe in. I'm hoping to see a lot of 4 out of 5s today. Getting you all to do minimum of 2 flows a week, but from next week we're heading for 3. So next week our goal will be 3 flows per week, right? I was chatting about yesterday when I said if you do 3 flows a week, that's an hour and a half of recovery work, right? Compared to potentially doing 5, 6 hit classes, which is 3 hours. So you need to be doing, let's say at least like half of the amount of time that you do your hits, half that amount you need to be doing flow. So we've got to balance out the hard work with the recovery, right? Because if you're constantly just pushing hard, the body gets very rigid, the body gets very sore, and that's when injury happens. So you have to release, you have to stretch. These sessions are all about movement, mobility, recovery. You've heard us say it a million times. And then, of course, trusting the process, right? I know some days it feels like it's never going to get better, or that your body's never going to open up, or that it feels really tight and sore. That's why you do it. Hi, good morning. 4 out of 5, Roz says, but a bit later. Fantastic, Roz. Good morning. I mean, you're so good with attending your practices. Guys, I see there's a few of you online. I need you to swipe in. Let me know you're here. And then, of course, I'd love to hear who is all ready for the run on Saturday, the run for her. Remember, we're showing up in purple. Suri and Jules will be taking you through the day, like talking you through the morning. And Jonna will be out on the streets. So there's also going to be quite a few prizes. There's going to be best dressed. There's going to be most creative route. There's going to be longest distance, which I think the competition might be quite high because I have seen a lot of amazing runs going on this week. So that should be quite exciting. Remember that it's free to register, so you can just go on to jeff.fitness for that. And yeah, of course, I'm sure you've heard we are running for a woman or a girl who has inspired us, who continues to inspire us, who loves us or who we love. I'm running for my sister, so I'm very excited for that. Might not run, might take a Saturday morning stroll, but I will definitely be a part of it. Good morning, Lauren. Had a long hike yesterday. How wonderful, amazing to get out in nature. I actually haven't been on a hike in quite a while. That's a good reminder. Good morning, Sarah. I am, I guess, feeling a little bit better. You know how it is with these things. It's like you feel one kind of sick the one day and the next kind of sick the next day. But I think as long as I had a good race yesterday and then moved today, then we'll just shift it. Megan James, so excited for the run. Yay! Me too. Lorna, 4 out of 5. Yes, that's what I want to see. Good morning, Lorna. Well done on that. Everyone, give me feedback. Let me know how you're finding these sessions. If you're feeling any changes, those kinds of things I'd absolutely love to hear. Definitely have quite still a bit of time before we get started. So I'll let you know a bit about today. Today's going to be quite cool because we have a Jeff Ed talk at 12:30. And I think that's with Coach Kate, yes. And it's going to be about how to do your monthly one-on-one assessments. So I'm not too clued up on that, but I think that's going to be quite an interesting talk. I know it's a big deal when you get around to that part of every month, really looking, at your results, seeing how far you've come, or perhaps not as far as you would have liked, and just understanding how all of that works, and maybe getting behind the reasoning behind some of those things. But I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then, of course, we have our lit today. That's with Liz. We've got Kapana doing little legends. How are you finding that, parents? I hope that you got your kids in those sessions. I had such a laugh at her the other day. Isn't Kapana just great? And that smile just like radiates through the screen. And then, of course, we have Dirkie all the way overseas doing some boxing with us this evening. And Ryan is to follow me for the 8 a.m. with Tara, and that's boxing as well. So you could get a double boxing session in today, if you're up for it. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Eva. Lovely to have you. Roz says flow is so grounding. Absolutely. It's really such a great way to start your day. Just to slow down. I think a lot of the time I'm a big snoozer. So I've really had to train myself very hard to not snooze until I'm late. Obviously, it's a bit different in mornings when I teach, but if I'm not teaching, then I can really have a good lie in. But what's important, I think, is that we create like a little bit of a morning routine that isn't rushed. So like, yes, we want to be up, we want to be energized, we want to be, a little bit pumped for our day, that kind of thing. But we don't want that energy to completely take over our mindset. So we still want to be connected to the breath. We still want to be grounded, energized, yes, but focused. So focused energy. And I find that getting on your mat first thing in the morning, slowing down, practicing breathing, really connecting, right, mind, body, and moving from that place. Especially after you've done a 6 a.m., right? You've gotten your blood flowing, you've got your energy pumping, and now it's almost just like you're going to harness all of that in and contain it within yourself so that when you need it, you can draw from that source of energy anytime throughout your day. Hi, everyone. Let me know you're here. Check in if you haven't. I see there's a few people online. Let me know how many sessions have you done this week. From next week, we are pushing for 3 sessions a week, 3 recovery sessions, guys. So I've been hearing a lot about knees being sore, shoulders being sore, lower backs being sore, and requests coming from your side for me to help out with those things. You need to be coming to flow, right? So these sessions, I try and take you through the whole body. And if there's a part of the body or an exercise that you do that feels really good, then perhaps you just stay there for a few extra breaths and then catch up with me again. Yes, I'm guiding you through the practice, but no one knows your body like you do. And I'm obviously not there. I'm not in your body. So you really need to take care of yourself. You need to listen to what your body needs. Every day your needs are going to be different, right? So when you get on your mat this morning, I don't want you to compare it to how your practice was yesterday. And it's also not going to determine what tomorrow is going to be like. So really showing up to be fully present this morning, listening to what you need. And if you have problem areas, then focus specifically when we're doing movements in those areas. Try and see how much release you can find while you're doing them. A big part of getting that release is our breath. Okay, we've got short, shallow breaths. Our body is contracting more than it's expanding. Our muscles get tighter. We're not getting oxygen out into the parts of the body that need it. So really deep, full breaths. I cue a lot of breath, I'm sure most of you know. So if I cue inhale, I need you to take a deep, full breath in and picture that breath coming in and then going out to every cell in your body, all the way out to your fingers and your toes. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I see there's more people signing in, but you're not swiping in. I need you to swipe in so I can see who's here. So I get to know you guys even more. And I know, it's been so nice. I've had so many good chats with people on direct message. and just getting to know people's bodies and their injuries and their stories, right? Because we all have a story to tell. We all have a history. Obviously, our bodies have carried us through quite some time on this earth, and so our bodies always have a story to tell. So I'd love to hear that. You can always get in touch and let me know if there's anything specific going on in your body. All right, everyone, let's give it 5 more minutes and then we'll get started. This morning, you will need a cushion, and then you'll either need a yoga strap if you have one, or like those exercise bands and a towel. So we're just going to use that to get some nice release in the back line, in the back of the legs. So anyone who's a bit tight, calf muscles, hamstrings, you're in the right place this morning. And we'll do a little bit of lymphatic work, and we'll just move through some simple movements to try and get into all the corners of our body. So for those of you who have just signed on, we have a nice busy day today. We've got Ryan and Tara coming up with boxing now at 8 a.m. And then, of course, doing a Jeff story with Coach Kate. And we've got Cheryl Pearlstein coming on with Coach Kate. These stories are always so inspiring. So if you do the 8 a.m., I can highly suggest sticking around for that. Then at 12:30, yes, we've got Jeff Ed with Coach Kate, who's going to guide you and run you through how to do your one-on-one assessments. I think that's a pretty cool Jeff Ed talk. Like I said, I'm not too clued up on it, but I'm actually going to try and get around to watching that so I can see what it entails, because I know it's a big deal when you come around to that part of the month. So if you have any questions around that, make sure to check in for that talk, and you can ask her anything you need to know. We've got our little legends today at 3, our low impact training at 4, and then at 5:30 we've got boxing with Dirkie. So make sure that you catch a session or two today. The schedules have been crazy. I know we've just done this big migration over to this new group. If you have friends or family members who are not signed up and they're asking where their video streams are on Jeff Together, please help us out. Let them know that they need to sign up and that they need to request to be a member of the Jeff members group, right? So only if you're a member will you get access to this group, access to over 25 classes a week. And you know, we've got everyone working hard behind the scenes to get as much to you guys as possible to help you on this journey to being the best you, right? Because we all are looking for that life. We want vitality, we want health, we want energy, we want connection, all those things. Preventative medicine is what we're going for here, and really trying to set ourselves up to live as pain-free as possible. Good morning, Diona. Welcome. Renata says 4 out of 4. Fantastic. Well done, Renata. Super proud of everyone. Hi, Eliswa. Nice to see you here. Brian, good morning. Hi, everyone. Check in, sign in, let me know that you're here. You will need, which side am I? A cushion and either an exercise strap or a band or a towel. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can have a cushion nearby. As always, most of you have been practicing this class for quite some time now, so you know that you'll just use your cushion as extra padding or a little bit of height, especially when we're in seats, like a cross-legged seat, if your hips are super tight and your knees are kind of drawing up. All right, let's just give it a minute or two. Yes, and then we'll get started. Super excited for the last day of the week tomorrow because it's leading up to Saturday, and then I've got a surprise for you on Sunday. So I'll chat to you a little more about that tomorrow. But I get to see you. I get to see the group basically 7 days out of 7 this week, which is really exciting. All right, guys. Good morning, Natalia. Welcome, everyone. We are going to start standing. I'm just gonna, sorry, I just need to blow my nose a bit. Sorry, I have been very sick the last 2 days, so you need to bear with me and my snotty nose. All right. So make sure you have your cushion, an exercise band, or a towel, and then, yeah, your cushion. So we'll come to stand. Let's take our feet hip distance apart. Let's come to stand nice and tall, hands either side of you. Stack your shoulders above your hips, draw the crown of your head up, and broaden through the collarbones. Okay, so when I say broaden through the collarbones, what I'm meaning is almost if you picture your midline of your chest, try broaden your body out from left to right. So as if you could move your right shoulder out to the right, your left shoulder out to the left. Firm your thigh muscles onto the thigh bones, but without locking your knees out. So for those of you who are hypermobile, you'll have a micro bend in your knee. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Nice. Ground your feet. Setting the intention this morning to just be present. So making sure you're still unplugged from everyone and everything around you. Making sure you press pause on your day. So we're not moving into our day quite yet. We're just taking the next 30 minutes to ground, to connect, to gather ourselves, and to draw ourselves towards ourselves. All right, so then you can open your eyes. Interlace your hands and reach both arms up. Take a bend in the knees. Straighten out your arms, bringing biceps next to ears. And then draw your lower belly slightly in. So I'm not sticking my tailbone out too much. My tailbone is neutral down towards the floor. My legs are nice and active. I'm going to take a stretch over to my left. So reaching the arms up and over. Use that left arm to pull right across. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. Come back to center and go over to the other side. So over to your right now. You could use this right arm to really pull you across. Draw that lower belly in so it's protecting the lower back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good job. Come all the way up. Straighten out the legs. Split the hands and then start to bend your knees again. As you do so, send your hips back, send your chest forward, come into an easy forward fold. So now I'm taking my belly to my thighs. I'm looking for length in this lower back. And then hands can move towards the floor, chin can tuck, and you're just going to allow yourself to be upside down here for a few breaths. You can have a look at your feet now while you're upside down. Lift all 10 toes and see if you can spread them enough to see a little gap between all of your toes. And notice how when you lift your toes, you activate the arches of the feet. Such a nice simple exercise this to really get a little bit of activation, a little bit of muscle squeeze in and around the feet. Spread through your toes. Nice, and then lower the toes back down. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands onto the floor. Step yourself into a high plank. Hold here just for a moment. Nice, lower your knees. Hug your elbows in and back as you bring your hips down, belly down, chest down, forehead down. Untuck your toes. Feet can stay hip distance apart. Slide your hands way forward and then wider than your shoulders. Elbows can stay on the mat. Start to press a little firmer into your feet, all the way to the pinky side of the foot. And then lift the back of your head. Taking your gaze to look slightly forward, but I'm not kind of throwing my head back. Do you see? So I'm not shortening the back of my neck completely. So if you had to picture a line from the crown of the head to your tailbone, it would be a nice, simple kind of arc up towards the crown of my head. All right, and then let's lower back down. Do the same thing. This time our elbows will come off the floor. So press into your hands. Wake up the postural muscles, so the muscles at the back of the body. Raise the elbows. Soften the shoulders down. Okay, deepen your breath. You're pressing your pubic bone in towards the mat. And have this feeling of like drawing yourself forward with your hands. Nice. Take one more full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Awesome. And then lower yourself back down. Let's slide our hands back. One hand's length back. Okay, we're going to press into the hands again, lifting a little higher this time. Elbows can stay bent as much as you need, or perhaps you're straightening them out a little more. Remember, I'm not throwing my head back. I have a little tuck of my chin. I have a little drawing in of the lower belly. My shoulders aren't riding up to my ears. I'm drawing them down. My elbows aren't kind of popping out. I'm hugging them in. I'm going to take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Nice, everyone. And lower yourself down. Press onto your knees. So slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees hip distance apart, your hands shoulder distance apart. If your knees are slightly sensitive, this is the opportunity to place a cushion in underneath them. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So moving into our cow, you're going to lift your sit bones, start to lengthen the spine, curl your ears back. Nice. Round to exhale. Curl, tuck your tailbone down, tuck your chin. Lengthen on your inhale into your cow. Lift sit bones. And then round exhale. Knit the ribs together. Jaw navel to spine. Keep going. We're going to do 3 more like that. So just moving the body. Waking up the body. Waking up the spine. Let's do 2 more full rounds. Nice. 1 more round. All right. Finish on your exhale, rounding. And then come into a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back. Lift your knees and come into a forward fold towards the back of your mat. So again, let's keep our knees bent. Hands can just soften down. Tuck your chin and just allow the spine to lengthen down as much as you can. Tilting the pelvis forward. You can nod the head yes and no as you just release the muscles around the neck, where the neck connects to the shoulders and the neck connects to the skull. I'd like you to lengthen your breath here. We'll hold for a few more breaths. If it becomes too intense at any time, bring your hands to your shins and just lift into a halfway lift. Right? Maybe you start to work your legs a little straighter. Maybe you're all the way in that forward fold. 1 more breath. Nice. Bend your knees. Squeeze into your buttocks as you draw your lower belly in to roll the spine up. Remember, head and shoulders come up last. As we come all the way to stand, loop your shoulders up, back, and down. All right, draw both arms up. And then bring your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Change from that first round at the top of the mat if you can remember. Hands can either press into the lower back as you roll the shoulder caps back, squeeze your elbows back, open up the upper back. We're not pushing our buttocks backwards. We can have a bend in the knees, but our pelvis is neutral. So I'm also not over tucking. I'm just neutral and I'm opening my upper back. You can straighten out the legs. Good. Deepen your breath. And then holding here, you're going to bring the chin to chest. Roll your left ear to your left shoulder. So just hold here for a few breaths. It doesn't have to be completely static. You could roll your chin kind of down and forward a bit. Just explore what's going on the right side of the neck. And the next time your chin is down, roll it down to center and all the way over to the right. So now right ear is softening. I'm just going to move my neck around a little bit. Awesome. Chin down, roll chin back to center. Neutral spine, release your hands, draw both arms up. And then again, take your forward fold. So now we'll hold you for a few breaths and you're just going to start to pedal out the legs. So one at a time, bending and straightening. I'm just going to grab a tissue here. Sorry guys, like I said, you're going to have to bear with me this morning. Bending and straightening into the legs. All right, come to stillness. Look forward, and I know all of you know how to do this. Walk out into your high plank. Okay, again, press through the hands, spread through the fingers, round a little through the upper back. Beautiful, lower your knees. Elbows hug in and back. Again, bring pelvis, belly, chest, forehead to the mat. Untuck the toes. Let's slide our hands forward again, maybe not as much as we did earlier. Take it a little wider again. And this time we're going to press ourselves up, raise your elbows off the mat. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, we're going to take a twist to our left. So start to pull your right shoulder forward as you look over to the left and stretch out that right side, the inner belly. Nice. Deepen your breath. Come back through to center. And to the other side. Pull that left shoulder forward. See if you can feel a little deeper than skin or muscle. And so we're actually giving our internal organs a bit of a stretch, giving them a bit of a squeeze. And back through to center. And let's lower down. We'll move that to the breath. So raise up on your inhale. Twist to your left, exhale. Back to center, inhale. There's a slight firmness around your legs. To your right, exhale. Draw your left shoulder forward. Nice. Inhale to center. And exhale to lower. One more round. Stay with me. Inhale, lift. To your left, exhale. Center, inhale. To your right, exhale. And center, inhale. Lower yourself down. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press back up onto your knees. And then we'll move into a puppy dog stretch. So again, you could have cushion underneath your knees here. Keeping your hips above your knees, you're going to walk your hands forward. I like to have them quite wide of my shoulders. And then from here, letting the sit bones rise. So I'm letting my lower back lengthen. And then I'll encourage my chest down and my head down. So you can go down as far as feels comfortable here, lengthening through the spine. Okay, I've still got a bit of pressure in my hands. I'm wrapping my outer shoulders down and I'm giving just a little squeeze in of the rib cage and a slight little drawing in of the lower belly. Take 2 more full rounds of breath. Relax your toes. Nice. Press into your hands and walk them back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Let's take a bent knee downward dog. So lift the knees. Start to take a diagonal angle of the arms as you press your hips up and back. Feet are hip distance and I'm going full length in my spine. Bring a little more pressure on your left hand. As you extend your right leg, try ground your right heel. Deepen your breath and switch. Bring a little more pressure into your right hand. Bend your right knee and start to extend your left leg. Maybe you ground your left heel. Alright, bend both knees. Look forward and walk yourself forward to between your hands. So we want to kind of make our way back to the top of our mat. Feet hip distance apart. Move into your forward fold. Bend your knees, activate glutes, lower belly. Stack your spine as you roll all the way up. Loop shoulders, up, back, and down. Good job, everyone. All right, so we're going to take our interlace in front of us again. Feet are hip distance. Keep your legs straight, flip your palms away from you. And then just round through your upper back. So kind of from the navel up, you're just feeling this rounding. Tuck your chin, draw your lower belly in. Let your chin move down to the chest, raise your arms and straighten them out as much as you can. Inhale. Right into the backs and the sides of the lungs. And an exhale. Nice, both arms up, full stretch. And then separate the hands. Take the second interlace, so change your interlace. Flip your palms away from you. But this time, bend your knees. Curl your tailbone forward. Remember, I was showing you earlier on how to overtuck. I'm overtucking now. I'm going to press my arms forward. I'm going to tuck my chin, keep my biceps next to my ears. Really round. Really stretch the skin across the back body. Hold 2 more breaths. Good job, everyone. And then come all the way up, full stretch. Let's split the hands and take a forward fold. Tuck the chin. Halfway lift, look forward, send your sit bones back. Place your hands down to the mat, step back, high plank. Hold for a moment. And then lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Again, lower yourself all the way down. We're going to bring ourselves into what we call Sphinx pose. So the tops of my feet are pressing onto the mat. They're hip distance apart. I'm going to slide my hands forward, but this time kind of in line with my shoulders. I'm going to come up onto my elbows. Okay, so a little bit of activation at first in the shape, drawing the crown of the head up, active legs, feeling my shoulder blades glide down and in, feeling my collarbones broaden. And then we're going to soften the shape. So Relax your thighs, relax your legs. You can kind of feel your heels want to fall out. You can let them do that. Adjust yourself as you must so your pelvis is comfortable. And then start to soften through the chest so you can soften your head down towards the floor. So you could either stay here with the head hanging, or you could place a cushion in underneath the head, which is a really nice variation. So see how you go. Okay, we're going to close the eyes. We're going to take 5 full deep breaths. If thoughts start to bubble up, let them come up, but then let them also pass. Okay, finish off all 5 rounds of breath. Then press a little firmer into the arms and the hands so that you can bring the gaze back forward. Bring your heels back towards one another. Tuck your toes. Raise your knees for a moment to activate through the legs. And then ground the knees. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Press onto all fours. We'll take a child's pose. Just untuck the toes. Bring the big toes to touch. Take the knees nice and wide. Here, if your ankles are feeling tight, place a cushion underneath the shins. If you need padding with your knees, then you'll place a cushion or 2 underneath your buttocks. Alright, and you're just going to sit yourself down and back. Reach your arms forward and soften your head down. Let's deepen our inhales and our exhales. Alright, come back out of that. Come back into your tabletop. Remove your cushions. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees and walk your hands back to your feet. And then again, we'll just hold here for a few breaths. So you could have your hands around the calf muscles or the heels maybe. So you just soften yourself down. Otherwise, a nice variation that we call ragdoll is to hold onto your opposite elbows and kind of let the weight of the torso help you to drag, kind of to weight yourself a little heavier down to the floor. So hold there, upside down. A few more breaths. And then release your hands if you have them in a grip. Press into your feet and slowly roll the spine up to loop the shoulders. Nice. And we're simply going to just walk ourselves forward or into a space, moving through some lymphatic work, so some lymph movement, some lymph drainage. You want to be able to move your arms in a full circle without knocking your hands or knocking something. So let's bring our feet a little wider than hip distance. Open the arms out to the side. Let's take a simple twist together first to the right. So you'll see your left arm comes across the chest. Your right arm moves around the back body and you take your gaze towards the side or towards the direction that you're twisting in. You'll come back to center and then you'll move over to the other side. Alright, so we're going to do that. That's the movement. We're going to do it with some momentum. So this is 0 effort work because we don't want our heart rate to go up here. We want our heart rate low and we want to focus on our exhale. So our lymphatic system is a system of the lymph vessels, which are pretty much as many lymph vessels as there are blood. I think there might even be more. I stand to be corrected. And where the blood, the circulatory system of the heart, of the blood vessels, pretty much travels your groceries around to your body, the lymph is your garbage disposal or your dishwashing. So the lymph moves all the toxins and everything that needs to move out of your body that kind of travels in between the blood, the plasma, and the lymph. It drains it out to where it needs to go. And the blood vessels have the heart pumping, right? The lymph doesn't have a heart. So the only way we can move our lymph is by moving. And really easy movements with long exhales. Okay, so we'll go for a few more breaths here. If you like, you can take a little lift of your heel. So I find this quite helpful in giving my knee a bit more space to move, so that my knee doesn't feel like it's twitching or twisting. Okay, and then we're going to add a nice long exhale to that. So full breath in, and then an exhale. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. Nice. We'll do a few more rounds. Stay with me. This can almost become like a moving meditation, where you're not thinking of anything. All you're doing is focusing on getting a nice exhale out. Keep going. A few more rounds. All right. And then we can start to slow down very naturally, no force. Bring yourself back into our starting pose, so our equal standing pose. You can take a little loop of the shoulders. And then just stand here for a moment, close your eyes if you're comfortable in doing so. Just notice any sensations coming up. And so maybe some tingling. Maybe you feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Feel your own vibration, the vibration of the cells in the body, moving of the liquids in your body, the shifting and the changing of our physiology as we move our bodies. Alright, and you can open your eyes. Well done, everyone. Let's come to lie on our backs. Make sure that you have your towel or your strap close by. Okay, you're going to come to lie down. And first bring both knees to chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze. And then you're going to take your towel or your band and you're going to hook it around the balls of the feet. So your toes are pointing down towards you. Your heels are up towards the ceiling. You're going to try and get the whole spine on the floor. So if it feels like your upper back is lifting or your chin is up to the ceiling, place a cushion underneath your head. So remember, I was telling you we want that tuck of the chin, we want length in the back of the neck. Let's keep our left leg in the strap. Place your right foot to the floor. And then just open up the back line of the leg. I want you to lengthen your breath now. Let's take one more round of breath. Nice. Let's switch. Right foot in, left foot down. Find the whole spine connecting to the mat, and then relax. Remember, this isn't a time of competition or ego or anything like that. You're doing these movements to serve yourself. We're doing it with the energy of healing and repair. One last deep breath in and a deep breath out. Nice. Bring both legs in and then again straighten them both out. Keep left foot in, release right foot down again. Stay here. If you're struggling to keep the whole back line grounded, you're going to stay here and just breathe through this. Okay, if your body's a little more open this morning, you'll extend your right leg forward and draw that left leg towards you. Deepen your breath. Nice, bend right knee. Place right foot in, left foot to the floor. And again, maybe you stay here, or maybe you extend that left leg. Another deep breath in, and deep breath out. Bend left knee, bend right knee. Place your strap to the side and draw both knees towards your chest. And just move through a few little hip rolls here as you separate the knees. Soft belly now. You just allow the pelvis to rock a little forward and back. Alright. To come up into a seat, you could either roll to one side and sit up, or bring your hands behind your thighs and take a few little rocks forward and back on the spine. So it's like a little massage until you come all the way up to sit. You can cross your legs, reach both arms up, sit on your cushion if you need to, and then fold forward and down. Need your hands to walk you back up. Change the cross of your legs. We balance everything out. Both arms up. And again, fold down. And then come up to sit. Hands to the thighs. Close your eyes for a last moment. Just to close your practice. A nice full deep breath in. A sigh out through the mouth. You can slowly open your eyes. And thank you all for joining. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. I hope you are all feeling fantastic. Thank you for bearing with me. You can actually see how red my nose is. I hope that you enjoyed that, everyone. Well done. I saw a nice amount of 4 out of 5s this morning, so super proud of everyone. Keep going, keep at it. It is worth it, and you will notice the difference in your body, and you'll notice the difference in your other workouts when you start doing more flow. It's going to improve your running, it's going to improve your boxing, it's going to improve your hits. There is no athlete in this world that does not do recovery work, right? And you're the same. Yes, maybe you're not doing something on like a provincial level, but you're still training your body. So that's really key, guys. Thank you all for joining. Eva, I'm so glad. Brian, lovely to have you. Like I said, you're all welcome to get in touch if you have any questions around these practices, around these movements. Enjoy 8 a.m. now if you are getting up to some boxing. 12:30 there's the chat, the Jeff Ed chat about how to do your one-on-one assessments. We've got Capano with the Littlies, we've got Coach Liz doing Lits, and we've got Turkey as well. So you guys are basically seeing all the teams today, obviously except for Jono and Jules. And then you have, including today, 2 days to enter. Run for Her race on Saturday. you're running for someone, you'll have your own name on your number, but you'll also have the person you're running for's name on your number as well. Super special. I've seen some incredible stories come out about this. Remember to be dressed in purple. There's going to be tons of prizes to be given away. Best dressed, most creative route, furthest distance, which I'm very excited to see. Jono will be out and about in the streets. Yeah, and we'd love to see everyone get involved. It's really cause close to all of our hearts here, Jeff. With it being Women's Month, I'm sure you've all seen the videos that us instructors have put out there. It's really from the bottom of our hearts. So I hope to see a lot of you on Saturday. Such a pleasure, everyone. I'm so glad you are feeling good. Beverly says, I should have started with it a long time ago. I mean, we can only meet ourselves where we are. Looking back, you might go, oh, if I'd been doing yoga for 10 years, where would I be now? But that's not the case. So you are where you are. Be super proud of yourself for meeting yourself here. And now you have the practice. What a beautiful gift to receive at this point in your life, right? Such a pleasure, everyone. Second time that Alison Prince has joined. I definitely want to make this normal. Alison, I'm so glad you got to join again. I'm here every day, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. So yeah, it's amazing when I see all of you showing up for yourselves. Remember, mobility, movement, recovery, just as important as all the other work that you're doing in your life. Your healthy eating, your hits, your running, you're getting outdoors, the amount of water you're drinking, you're sleeping, everything. So yeah, bump me up on the priority list, guys. Nicola, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Chantal says 3 out of 5. Amazing, Chantal, well done. 3 sessions will be the new minimum from next week. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think once we get everyone in that routine, it's going to be amazing. Adele, 4 out of 5. Definitely be here for number 5. Fantastic, Adele. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Well done, everyone. I'm really glad you enjoyed that. And if you're heading into 8 a.m. now, enjoy your boxing. And I will see you tomorrow morning. I will also see you at the run on Saturday. And I will see you on Sunday for a little surprise. So put that in your diaries. I'll announce more about that tomorrow. But have a beautiful day, everyone. Keep warm, keep healthy, keep safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.
I am fiercely feminine because I'm strong, I'm independent, I stand up for what I believe in, and I stand up for what's right. I am so proud and privileged to be a woman. Join us in being fiercely feminine, and let's support each other today and every day moving forwards.